Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time when you see our program, for able to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I almost start tonight's show. Alright, so Pep don't talk a lot, as we're saying a whole lot about this match we won't play on Sunday. So he got to praise Arsenal as for being a solid team. We know they really make mistakes. Now, when you look at how Sportmo actually put out this report, Arsenal versus Man City, Pep Guardiola hopeful in avoiding another disaster against extraordinary Mikel Arteta because he himself they wary. Him know say Arsenal get a very very dangerous team if he finish and if he no dey careful. Wetin happen for the Emirates Stadium last season 5-1 is still there at the back of the minds of the Manchester City player, and them know say this season also we don't strengthen. So if they do anyhow, they will see anyhow. So that's why I'm very very interested in seeing Manchester City's approach in this game on Sunday. Now, coming to the report. So Pep Guardiola he say Arsenal are getting better. They don't make mistakes. He got to talk about last season. He said the last 15 to 20 minutes was a disaster. Guardiola was telling reporters when reflecting on last season's 5-1 loss to Arsenal, we forgot to do what we have to do. After that, for Arsenal, it was easy for them. Hopefully, this season, we can make more of a challenge because Mikel is an extraordinary manager. So he can praise our transformation in recent seasons. Got to say they increased the squad in 4 or 5 transfer windows. It is an unbelievable squad, an unbelievable team. It is one of the toughest opponents you can find right now in Europe, and that's a fact. Nobody they argue. Step by step, window by window, Arsenal is getting better. Last season in Europe, they make an incredible step forward. For me, it is the most solid team. They don't make mistakes. It's an incredibly solid team. They have pace up front. They have set pieces with Nico Jova, who was here. In every department, we know it. I know the quality they have. We will see what we have to do and how players are fit, and we try to complete and be a better team than last season, especially in the last 20 minutes. Moving on, so we got to talk about how everything will go. Say we are the favorites, like regarding being favorites by a mile, yes. So Guardiola remains upbeat and displeased with the attitude and application of his players in preparation. He said, I know when my team is consistent. Because when you win 6 Premier Leagues, you have been a machine, a consistent team, and for that, they have to prove. See, in all these praises we Pep they shower us with, these are facts, you get. Because when you consider the fact, say, we are yet to concede from open play. Now, you get another statistics where I will show you down why I see today. When they're going to talk about Arsenal and the rest of the teams. Now, against teams that they play against Arsenal, we don't let them create big chances. Compare that to other teams. Arsenal is the only team this season where we say never let anybody them play with to create any big chance. And when they say big chance are chances that normally supposed to end in a goal. That's why they call them big chance. We restrict people from creating big chances. Look at Newcastle. People have created 4 big chances against them. Look at Chelsea, look at Bournemouth, look at Leeds, look at Palace, look at Tottenham, look at Liverpool. Liverpool did 7. Teams say don't play Liverpool, don't create like 7 big chances. Man City not even there for this list. They did down because then if you don't allow teams create like maybe 15, 20 big chances. That is why we are special. These things are not, how will I put it? It's not a fluke, it is intentional. We don't play 10 men behind the ball. Instead, what we do is we set up a mid-block. That midfield, now there with the block people, that midfield. And Arteta mentioned it today, and I will still repeat them. Arteta said, when they asked him about Haaland, he said, you don't get business with Haaland. Where you have business is cut off the supply to the Haaland. Once you cut off the supply, like you say, Haaland let no dey touch inside of the team. Haaland no touch the ball. Why? Because the people supposed to give Haaland the ball don't even get the opportunity to give him the ball. Where would that happen? It's in the midfield. Maybe that will be Mendy, Rice, and Merino where you see. They form a mid-block. And when you have a mid-block, road close. But people don't see all these little details that make you a formidable unit that stops opposition from playing. And when they can't play, they can't create big chances. When they can't create big chances, they can't beat you. The only thing they can beat you from is maybe penalty or maybe a free kick, an extraordinary free kick for that matter. That is the only thing they can do. So you don't. That's why I always tell people: don't just be passive view after you watch game. Just be passive. No, be active. Watch all the details in play. Look at what the opposition manager is doing in terms of strategy. Look at what we two are doing to counter them and be proactive and reactive at the same time. Look at all these different, like, God. If you see me and the watch ball, I keep details. I observe. I observe. That's why I can project. Say, second half will be like this. You need this person. You need that one. Be active. Now, moving on. Pep never end there. Pep also, when they talk about Arsenal, so Pep can talk say, whether they ask and say, this match you won't play against Arsenal now, if you lose, does that mean you cannot win the league again? Pep can say, they look in aspect of, okay, if we lose or if we win, because this is like, what, 5th match? We cannot win the league in the 5th match. Neither can we lose the league in the 5th match. Shane remember waiting Sir Alex Ferguson the talk say, what you should do is make sure that before Boxing Day or by Boxing Day, you are still within touching distance of the top 4. That is, if you want to be a title contender, ensure that by Boxing Day, December 26th, you are within touching distance by the top 4. You are in the top 4 in the mix. So not be by this day, today, like say match day 5, say if they go lose, that means the league is over. Or if they win, okay, they will win the league. Say no. Say no really buy that type of idea. And besides, I look at saying Pep they talk and I was like, Pep get points, yes. But the media and the pundits, everybody will talk what's in they like. Now, this is what Mikel Arteta said about Eliala. There are a lot of things that you have to get right. Eliala is a player who doesn't need much space, much time, or situations to generate big chances, especially in and around the box. Sometimes preventing the source is the best thing to do, and we have to do it again. When you hear Arteta make such a proclamation, wait till that one they tell you, we are going to set up with a mid block. I am projecting that now. Boku wait, people see the lineup, we go no. Because when they say we have to do it again, which means we've done it before, we will do it again. Odegaard, sometimes even when Odegaard they play, we will say Odegaard, everybody knows say yes, Odegaard is a creative player. Odegaard forms part of that mid block. So not be by maybe Odegaard day, that means we are going to be 100% creative. No, Odegaard can play and will still be cautious. But people know the reason I'm through that way. Talk about sovereign. Do you know that Nwaneri can play this match on Sunday and we don't go all out? Okay, make us still bust your brain further. Do you know that a very Chase can be asked to come and play the number 10 safe and we will still be cautious? Do you know that's a possibility? So, but more just they see. That is why Arteta know they like. If you watch Arteta, if you observe Arteta, Arteta doesn't like end-to-end stuff. It is chaos. It can be chaotic, end-to-end stuff. Arteta loves control. He loves to control every little detail. Arteta is like a maniac. He loves control. He won't control everybody. Say every little detail of the game. He won't control them. Now your own modus operandi be that. So you need to understand the manager you are. Now, away from that. Now, they're going to ask Pep on how much Ancelotti don't spend already. On how much Arteta don't spend already. Pep can jokingly, when they talk, say, well, if Arsenal win the league, you go call him friend, maybe Mikel Arteta and say, now because of the money you want to spend, you win the league, not be because of your own brilliance. And if Ancelotti self win the league again, you go call Ancelotti and say, now because of the money you want to spend, not be because of your brilliance. Because now what people say, they tell her. In fact, let me read the quotes that were ascribed to Pep. He say, Pep Guardiola with ironic answer on Arsenal spending after years of Man City being told they only won because of money invested. Only, I want to say this to my friend, Mikel Arteta. If he wins the Premier League title, well, it was just because of the money they spent, not because he worked a lot. Like Liverpool, if Ancelotti wins the title again because of the money they spent, because it's not just Manchester City that's happened, right? So all of them do it. For many years, every club can do whatever they want. I know how we've been treated. It's completely different. But what they want is to spend because they want it. Now, I believe, say, Pep no really understand the context of what they talk about. And I was a bit surprised why the media no push back. Number one, they are not accusing you that you spent. It's not the spending, but you spent over the top, over the limits. Why do you have 115 breaches? Spending, follow up. Overspending, follow up. Doing some mago, hiding some things. Look at Blue Lake, I mean, they call them this Tedegbadi and Boyle. But the next self-reports, waiting Abramovich do, all the mago, all those things. That's part of what we're talking about. Now Chelsea is facing about 70-something breaches. You are not spending in good faith. You are using your money to give yourself an edge. You get? So these are the issues, not just because you spent, no, you overspent. You spent over the top, more than what is expected, breaching so many rules. So now what is supposed to understand? I was expecting the media to like give him like hits back to him, but everybody just smile, just funny. And they find that video, make a reaction, and I don't even see the video. Like it's just the best. People say when I do all these reactions, I say things that assuming I was in their midst. Now things where I for talk. Now they talk for those reactions. But it is what it is. Now, because Ateta when he confirm, say before he sign the Madueke, say actually call the guy Papa, follow the guy Papa talk and follow and talk. Because like I was sure when they ask Ateta, say based on what's in the market for Chelsea and everything, what made you sign him? Like what did make you feel say this is the guy? You know, say I was sure he was a player with a talent and a level of threats and unpredictability that will make us better. When I picked up the phone to speak to him and his dad, I had the impression that they were really willing to come. So that's why I really signed the guy. And we were very, very grateful and happy that that Noni Madueke is our player. Now, I saw this picture. With the media, they asked Maresca. They say Maresca said go play Amorim there. So they asked Maresca, say, how far Sterling and Disasi? Say, people they feel say they're having a hard time, like you're punishing them, they're suffering at Chelsea. Baba Compara. Don't say, see, my father is 75 years old. And for 50 years, he has been a fisherman working from 2 a.m. in the morning to 10 o'clock in the night. It's a hard life, not for players. He said, that was why I think Papa they live. Now be the hard life. So players enjoy. Which I was the hard life they are facing. I'm not paying them. You know that even those stylists when they play, it's the collect salary. It's the go. Just like the check that how they run him out. Last time the guy don't come out. Now, Lewandowski dropped a controversial statement in the media. People can talk about it and they can debate it. Now, he said in the Premier League, they pay a lot. You see the players they are buying for big prizes when players don't even have one good season. You are young. You score 10 goals in 6 months. And some club will pay 60 to 70 million. Before, you had to achieve something. But you never know if the price they pay brings the quality they want, according to Time Sports. And the truth is, Lewandowski is supposed to understand, say, the time so we did now, prices are over-exaggerated. Players are not sold for their original value. They are sold for the value that the club places on them. Not just a bit. If, okay, see Isak now, they're talking around 150 million. You know, it's 150 million. But it is what it is. That's what everything's on it. If you say, okay, well deserved. See Peter Schmeichel, they open like 3 or 4 books of lamentation. They lament about Benjamin Sesko. I saw the reports that I just read them and just they laugh. So he never really starts because it was a bit funny for me. Because when you look at what Fabrizio Romano posted, Peter Schmeichel called it, say they brought players in that could score goals, but they spent the money on the third one, that is Sesko, which I don't understand. It's nothing personal against Sesko, but we didn't need a third striker. We needed a midfielder and a goalkeeper. Why did they talk all this thing? Because Sesko never give them any sign saying they're worthy of the money where they pay for them. All the hype. Nothing. No sign. All those Arsenal fans have they talk say, Sesko, but better. I want to sign Sesko. How far? Do you still, if given the chance to go back in history, would you still have wanted the Sesko? Because even the Sesko shall when they testify to this Premier League, defenders here they bow to no easy. Inside they testify. It's not fighting for the team, nothing. You just be like a patroller. Well, I'm happy for the player who gets, even though he never see the 100% acclimatized to what they do. But at least 3 goals in 4 games, no wins. How many goals Kunwa don't score? How many goals Mbuemo don't score? How many goals Setsko don't score? So imagine all these things. How many goals Joe Pedro don't score this season? Many players, so I feel they call all those new Sheshede who just come. How many goals they don't score, say? For you to understand, say, okay, look at what Kunha was doing at Wolves. One man riots. This is a don't go new team now. You are learning football again. You know, so when you go a new team, you have to first of all unlearn everything you've learned. Now relearn. You get? It not be easy process. Especially if you can't come a place like Arsenal, you say Ateta and Adagbana, where people go say, "Oh, you come here." You will say, "No football at all." That's say never played football before. Like you're learning everything from scratch, and that's the way it is. Now, away from that. So Ateta, when they talk about Mosquera, I want to say credit to the scouting department and Andrea Beretta. They presented the opportunity to have him. He's very determined, very close, very clear that he wanted to come here to play and to earn his place. So Ateta, they're very, very happy. Now, we see some agenda, some narrative about Tim Cook. Tim Lewis will come up for Arsenal. So when you hear say Tim Lewis departing Arsenal is being seen as politically significant in Premier League politics. The lawyer has become one of the most forceful and influential voices and was a staunch advocate of strong financial regulation. Now, end there. Because even they hear, you get, from Miguel Delaney of The Independent, said Tim Lewis took a strong line on ongoing investigation into Manchester City, to the point that the relationship between Man City and Arsenal recently hit an all-time low, which was why Manchester City can't carry Arsenal name, go for the FA talk, say Arsenal they borrow money from their owners, and that stop them. Arsenal they're supposed to get timeline, Arsenal will pay that money back, and interest supposed to be on top, because the relationship between Man City and Arsenal it can't spoil. Is that the reason why they let Tim Lewis go? I don't really know, because the narrative is that they let him go because Arsenal are trying to rebuild their relationship with Manchester City. If that be the case, well, I don't really know, but because there was bad blood, and now we say Man City can't drop that their case where they mention Arsenal name. Arsenal they a bit relaxed, so thank God we dodged the bullets. But it is what it is. The guy don't go be say we don't go. Whether this narrative not true, whether not lie, I don't really know. Now, Soba Realty Trading Center, our boys they prepare against Manchester City. Saliba they train, everybody they train. I'm very happy for them. So I have this feeling that Saliba will be available on Sunday, but more just to watch. I have this big feeling. Now, Manchester United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe is flying to the Carrington Training Center on a helicopter to discuss with Ruben Amorim. They discuss the club's poor form. So this one has signed say, Baba, if you continue like this, I'm a lay Kuru will pursue you. Because their match against Chelsea, the expectation is that if they lose, Amorim is going. If they lose, so more just watch. I just pray say they no lose, It shall be told they just draw. That one will pay me. Now, Steven Gerrard, for 2 years, Steven Gerrard has been seen to take charge at Wrexham following his short spell at Saudi Arabia. Wrexham was just outside the relegation zone in the championship. You see, when I see this report, I just laugh. You see this Steven Gerrard, when he did for Scottish League, he was doing fine. Wherever he just come out there, everything just go down the drain. Now I can predict say last, na upon the thing go come. Last. Now he go join them Rooney them. Now upon the 3 business he will come do last. Because start to they criticize Ateta as the manager. Meanwhile, you will be manager. How many things you achieve? Yes. Because for you to come and say you go Saudi Arabia, you don't even do anything. You come out about the Saudi Arabia. You will say they get money, FFP not affect them, PSR not affect them. You could have entered the market, buy anybody you wanted, convince the owners and the board to buy whoever it is you wanted. But for some reason, it didn't really work for you. Now Wrexham, yes. If you go there now, maybe last now, they will go renovation. What? Nobody go hire him again. Sky Sports just call up. So yeah, former player, come and take a post, come and sit down and become a pundit. So people could just watch. Whether I say it will be or not. Now, Liverpool chairman, Tom Werner, can they admit say Liverpool were not initially planning to sign Isak and Egitike this summer, and that is true. No, I talk so. When this window opened, nobody knew Isak was going to leave. it came as a shock. It came as a shock. Now Isak by himself released the say clear and the thing say we just woke up on Monday. When Fabrizio Abi David on and say Isak has told Newcastle he wants to leave. No be say Liverpool just go bid for no reason. No. Isak, after Isak don't clear that one, and I can tell you for free, say behind the scenes, Isak representatives feed don't follow back. I go tell Liverpool say this guy don't tell them say one leave or he get plan to leave. They could not make a bid. We make Liverpool no make bid immediately. Liverpool can say in case una wan sell, we dey ready to offer 120 million. The money dey down. In case una wan sell, they first give that offer before they come make the official bid that was rejected with alacrity. You get so now workings. So not be say them plan am. That's why now they can't get a Kitike, get Isak. They can't be like overstar. Because Kitike now they come from bench now. You know go dey happy. You get someone has even saying it will affect his Liverpool. We don't really know that. But we just don't watch. But on paper they look scary. Their first 11 looks very, very scary, I must admit. Now, away from that, football authorities are considering introducing time limits for throw-ins and corner kicks to combat time wasting and boost effective playing time. So I think this will happen because they don't already handle goalkeeper on. Maybe say if you two hold the ball more than the stipulated time, they will blow corner kick. So I think the corner kick gone people see this and waste time. And throwing on Ben White's number one culprit, Manchester the second culprit, Calafi the third culprit. This be waste time. If you see where they watch, I will say, throw ball, Baba. What's it do this one? You go over. You go wrong, go back. You come back. And they talk and well. So make them put the law, make our players know what they do. You don't need all these things. Now let's bring you a message from one of our sponsors who's powering today's video. So Mobile World Associates and Co Limited, they're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, call them on +234 80646422 34, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the night, remember the fact say Pep Guardiola when he shower Arsenal with so much encomium, say Arsenal are a solid team that don't make mistakes, and that one will be lie because when you look at the statistics you can see on the screen, teams we don't allow people create big chances against them. Arsenal this season 0. Every other person that they create are like water because their defense cannot be compared to our Zuma Rock defense. So with that being said, I think it's a fine place to call the show and it's like come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning news. So thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good night and good night. All right, guys. Ciao.